even got my camera in the wrong spot. Good afternoon and welcome to Mary Kathleen Waters. I do apologise, there's been a little bit of a hiccup with the platform that I actually used this morning, and yes, it's been a little bit of a hectic last 20 minutes. I was actually meant to go live at 11:40 Adelaide time and it's now 12:02, so that's really interesting. Oh, thanks, Roz. My beautiful friend Roz Boundy is actually trying to help me get everything all set up and sorted. We've had a few conflicts, as I said earlier, with the platform that we normally use. So together, a bit of teamwork, and I think we're getting there slowly but surely. I know now that it's lunchtime, so it's a little bit sad, and hopefully there will be a couple of people that will pop in and say hello. Now, got a couple of people that are on, so just let me know who's here and who's come to say hello, and we'll see what spirit brings. It's been a really powerful, interesting morning for me today. My understanding is that it's the Orthodox Easter, this Easter Sunday, and the energies in my home have been very strong, and I've had quite a few guests that have come in. One of the things that one of my clients needed to have today was Spirit actually asked me to go and get a bowl of water and put some Epsom salts in the water. And we actually had a ceremony before the healing and the mediumship started, and it was just such a beautiful ceremony and so powerful. It was amazing. Now, Helen, hey, how you doing? Thanks for calling in. Now, I don't know if I can pop anything up or whether people can actually see messages. I'm not really quite sure. I'm a little bit of a novice on this one. Julie, hey, how are you? Thanks for popping in. And my beautiful Sue's here. So awesome. We've got a couple of people come and say hello, so that's a little bit exciting. Now, what I thought I'd do today is just see if Spirit just wants us to do a couple of quick readings today. Most of you know that things can go a little bit haywire on the Sunday Feels, where we've done things from just the normal quick psychic readings all the way through to doing healings, group healings, focusing on one particular person as well. We've also had someone that had tragically passed over via a murder, and that was a very interesting session as well, and very powerful. Lots of tears on a lot of our sessions actually, and it's just such a huge honour to be able to be here. Oh, my sidekicks decided to wake up and walk off. Obviously she didn't want to be the centre of the attention. That was Bindi. Now it has been an interesting session this morning. So how's everybody going this weekend? Like having the two Easters together, because obviously the cycles are very different. So we had one a couple of weeks ago which was more of the Christian type faith, and then the Orthodox calendar is very different again. And I'm really feeling the energy today. So let me know how you're going and what is transpiring for you as well. I'm just going to quickly click on to my personal page as well, Mary Kathleen Waters, because I'm not sure if that actually has notifications as well, and yes it does, so I'm glad that I've done that. So I'm just going to look between the two. So I've got Vanessa's popped in. Good morning, or afternoon actually now. Oh, Karen, hey, how you doing? Haven't spoken to you for ages. Hope everything's going well. So, okay, we'll get there. Now, would anybody like a quick reading, or is there some ailments? I can feel that there's a few people who've got aches and pains as well this morning. and like we can always look at that as we speak. So just let me know, and I will be able to assist you as to what you would like to do. Now, someone's got a massive headache. Your crown chakra is quite blocked, and it's making me feel physically sick. So there's a little bit of work that actually needs to be done there. So we'll have a look at that and see what we can actually do for you on that side of things. Also, Vanessa has said she would actually love to have a reading. Now, I'm just going to somehow make... so there's a little bit of work that actually needs to be done. Okay, no, what am I doing? So, Vanessa has said she would actually love to have a reading. Now, I'm just going to... Let me get rid of that. Sorry. I was just trying to bring Vanessa up. Sorry, Vanessa. I like, because I've actually got you on a laptop, and I've got 2 pages open, so I can actually see you both. So I'm just going to have a Vanessa, you seem to have a little bit of a struggle at the moment with your work-home life and trying to decipher between the two. You are very committed, and you have a little bit of a guilt trip happening at the moment, and you're really at 2 minds as to what to do. There's a lot of very strong people around you, and you need to start looking at making sure that you find your own purpose in your own life. And always trying to make everybody happy, in the end, doesn't do anybody justice at all. Just keep in mind, it's really important to make sure that you start nurturing yourself as well. Just watch what you're eating. There's like the amount of preservatives that are in food at the moment, and even if we actually think we're eating healthily, cannot necessarily be the right thing for us. I won't say any brands, but a lot of people seem to think that because of the marketing with those protein bars and things like that, that they're actually really, really good for you. But they're not the best nutrients that are out there, and there's other ways that we can actually do things to burn our energy up as well, and build the muscles, so to speak. Okay, now I just had this massive piercing scream in my ear, Vanessa. There's someone who has been trying to get to you and talk to you in the spirit world recently, and for some reason you're not actually getting the nudges that they're trying to give you. Have you actually been like tripping over, and or you feel like that someone's behind you but you can't see anything and you're sort of looking? Now that particular person is protecting you at the moment. They feel that there's a need for you to be a little bit safer, so really watch your space and your peripherals as well. Little things like your blind spot in your car. A lot of people are like we think that we're looking, but we're not. So just that little bit of a sideways glance, it's really important to make sure that you do look around you and you're aware of your environment, and just make sure. So that's what somebody from Spirit has actually just told me, that's really important for you. Okay. All right, Karen would love a reading as well, and also let me know, Vanessa, if how you felt about that reading. Rose has just asked me, am I on the Mary Kathleen Waters page? I tried to. I'm not really quite sure where I'm at. Rose, I've actually got the laptop open and I'm looking at that. Oh, look at that! I've got stuff on my nose, and I've also on the My Time TV live as well, so I'm really not quite sure how I'm going here, but I'm doing the best that I can. Oh dear, all happening. I'm having a bit of a moment, but we'll certainly see how we fare. And, you know, with everyone's patience, I know that we'll actually get there in the long run. All right. So, Miss Karen, what's this about you not relaxing and chilling out at the moment? You know, what's stressing you out? Why is your mind so busy? And it's just always chattering, so you're not getting a lot of rest and relaxation even at night. I know that. Okay. One of the things that's happening, Karen, is like with your self development and the growth that you're having spiritually, you are starting to raise your vibration. And sometimes what happens as well is that as your vibration is raising and your abilities are starting to open, we start doing a lot of self doubt, and you're not quite sure. Those inklings, you know, how often do we say, I know that, I knew that, I knew that was going to happen? Like, we all have a form of ability. Some are a little bit different, and we all have different techniques and capabilities as well. But yours is growing, and it is really important that you start nurturing yourself and start looking at different ways that it's going to help you to, you know, compromise with the busy brain, because I know that as you're shifting through and you're sort of thinking about things and you're second guessing yourself, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, I'm making a mistake, it's not quite working for me, you know, what's happening? So regroup, sit down, work out exactly what you want to do and where you want to go. Even in spirit world, we can actually do boundaries, okay? So with the boundary side of things, it is really important that you tell spirit, like if they're waking you up in the middle of the night, you need to let them know, you know, that it's important that there has to be a compromise of what's actually going. So if they need to talk to you for certain circumstances, you know, just let them know the time frames that you are available for them to be able to do that. Now, obviously, downloads and things like that is a very different discussion. You know, for myself, like, I've been gifted a portal in my bedroom, so and with lots of downloads and things like that, that happen through the night. But you know, and I've started, you know, I'm working on, or it's been happening for quite a few years now. So I've sort of learned to live and understand that, you know, I've been asked to share. It's not something that I call it the gift, but you know, it's important for me to share and to continue on my journey and growth. So I am willing to do some sorts of compromises, but when they actually start tapping me on the shoulder because they just want to have a chat, or you know, they, you know, want to do a review of something like that, then I actually set the boundaries and say, right, here's your time frame, guys. I understand that you don't have that, but we need to do it on a mortal level in the spiritual world. So go for some walks. There's some beautiful places near you, and it's really important to make sure that you actually have that space and that you have that time to nurture your soul as well as your physical being as well. Because if we actually keep our brains just going, it will affect everything else. Now, in your aura, Karen, it's really important as well. There's like a couple of little glitches there that is probably worthwhile having a look to have a cleansing as well. So that's something also to put on your agenda, and you'll actually eventually start being able to see those sorts of things as well, which is fantastic. Very exciting. I'm sort of a bit lucky that Spirit gave me that information. Okay, so Vanessa has, well, yes, I feel like I'm trying to please work and home life, and it gets very hard. It's quite a struggle. I nearly had a car accident the other day, and it's happened a couple of times, and I've been tripping over on nothing. Okay. So Obviously, there's some messages there for you, Vanessa, and it's really important to make sure that you do keep yourself safe. I'm not sure where you are in Australia, or if you are in Australia actually. So I live in Adelaide, Flagstaff Hill. I do readings, like obviously bigger readings. I also am a healer, and I do a number of different modalities that way. I can do one-on-ones, and I can also do it via Skype. If you so wish. So if you would like to connect with me, and on the Mary Kathleen Waters page, please reach out and make a booking, and we can get that all sorted for you. Okay. Roz, found you as alive. I've been dealing with mine from this morning, as the Facebook connection is proving very, very challenging. I know. I don't know what's going on with Telstra as well, Roz. I actually have. I'm running on 4G, as in like a SIM card. That's gone down as well, so that's really interesting. And Karen says, thanks, my mind does not stop. Okay, so you need to start looking at things. We need to start looking at those techniques as well. Now, there is going to be a couple of things that I'm going to be doing as well. I think a lot of you may have seen that I'm doing an event in a couple of weeks, and that will be for psychic readings. There's a few things that we've actually got in the system and on the way through. And one of those things is we're going to do a workshop on grounding, and also being able to focus and look at different ways and techniques to actually stop the busy brain and the mind as well. Because every day it is still so hard. Yes, I am still doing readings, Elise. I don't know if you can see me or not. I'll just quickly tag someone into... Will it allow me to tag? Can I comment? Oh, yes, I can. Let's see if I can get this to work. Sorry, I'm probably making you all laugh here, going, what is Mary doing? This is the first time I have done a live, and I actually did do another one once before. That's not working. I don't know what to do. Oh well, I'll have to speak to her after. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I didn't get your reply. Hey, Elise. I am on it right now. The link didn't work. Okay, let's see what I can do, and whether I can actually make this go. Open link, copy link, save link, copy link address. Let's see whether that works or not. If not, I'll catch up with her on Tuesday morning, because we always do a meditation together anyway. Okay. All right. Now, would anybody, are you more than one channel? Yes, I am, Roz. I'm actually on My Time TV as well as on Mary Kathleen. I'm really not quite sure how I'm going and what I'm doing, but I've got a couple of people looking on the Mary Kathleen page, and so that's on my laptop, and then I've got a second monitor, so I've got My Time TV there now as well, and there's 5 people I think looking there. Helen, Julie, Sue, would anybody like to have a reading at all? I've seemed to have lost any communication with you guys. I've been concentrating on everyone else. It's been an interesting morning. Okay, everyone's a little bit quiet. What I'm actually going to do is do an impromptu. I'm and have a look and do a quick reading. Oh dear, everything sort of has lost, I've lost everything in my MyTime TV. That's really interesting. Really not quite sure. It's all gone funny. So I don't know what's happening here. Bit embarrassing, but we'll get there, hey? Alright. Well, Roz, I really don't know. I just found something. It said Facebook Live. Do you want to cross post? So I decided that I'd cross post, and here I am. Probably looking like a bit like a silly Billy, but hey, thanks for everybody for understanding. All right. Actually, one of the things that spirits actually talk to me about is a lot of people have protective jewelry on around their wrists, their necklaces, those sorts of things, and they do all these types of protection, even rings. And it's not necessarily a crystal that we use, that we hold. There's a number of different types of and new traditions that are happening at the moment as well, or not at the moment, but we all have a right to have our own style, individuality, because no one, nobody wants to be the same, and they all have, a form of healing, a form of protection, and they become part of our life. So as an example, I'm going backwards here, like my tree of life, that I've got that. Now this actually is like an amulet, and it's a protection. And so what's actually happening is as well is that it does fill up, and even though that I rarely take it off, I do take it off to do the cleansing, because it will get full. And Vanessa, I've actually just been told that it's a really good idea that you look at your protection as well and making the cleansings on those. So on a regular basis, make sure that you smudge them or rinse them with Himalayan salt, always making sure that the energies are cleared. Just having a shower doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to do it if you actually wear them 24/7. All right, because they need to have a little bit of their own energy and their own space. And then what we do as we're actually cleansing these pieces is making sure that we have gratitude. So when we're actually cleansing, like this turquoise here that I've got, oh, you can't see it, I'm an epic fail this morning, but that's okay, you still love me. When we focus on it and we actually put our intention, and thank you so much for the protection and the sacrifices that you've made, and and taken on the energy so that we actually are able to walk safe and be as safe as we possibly can, and doing that with love and pure intention. I've already said the intention as we're actually cleaning them. And then we do the same sort of thing when we're actually cleansing, rinsing them again with some pure water, and then with a soft cloth. All right, and you'll find that as we start nurturing, things will start improving a lot more. But a lot of people forget, because they always think that it's just the crystals that need to be cleansed, but it is actually anything else that we use as an amulet. And even those rings, I often will look at a ring and I think, and it's not my place to say anything, and it's like, wow, that is really full. I'm surprised you can actually lift your hand up to put the spoon to your mouth, because the energy that's being trapped inside those rings is quite enormous. Now okay, you take care, Roz. Thanks for popping in, and I really do appreciate you popping in and helping me out. You're amazing. Okay, I've got one here. I've got Julie Tozer, and I've also got Judy Stanley. So okay, Judy, I've actually got a spirit animal that's around you. It feels like that it's a dog, um, and has been badly hurt for some particular reason. So I'm not sure if they actually got hit by a car, and like they're still sort of stuck between the two worlds. Now, one of the things is that you've actually got a favourite toy or a rug for that animal, and because you actually had so much love, and I think it's actually a few years ago that this might have happened, whether it's a grandparents or a mum's or something like that, but there's something around that they actually have. Even if you actually sit down and think about that particular favourite item of the animal, and just really sit and focus on them and nurture with them, you'll find that they'll actually shift across as well. You're hearing a couple of different things, and you're thinking, and then you turn around and you think, well, there's nothing there, like, and a little bit of whimpering. So they did pass away in tragic circumstances, and they are now ready to shift up. So if you would like to, we could actually do that together. I can help you and do a little quick meditation and assist with that ascension if you like. Okay. All right. Now, so let me know, Julie, and we'll have a look at that. Judy, a chair. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. All right. Now, Judy, what I'd like you to do is imagine that chair. Okay. And I can see that they are lying down at the base of your feet. All right, so just be really, really careful with your right foot, because the back legs, etc., were the ones that were severely damaged. So just put your hand down around about this far, or halfway through your calf. Okay, so just have that space for me, and what I'm going to do, you try and sit up as much as you possibly can. Okay, and just hold that space, and okay, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and with the purest love and attention. Okay. Now there's actually two people that are walking towards the puppy dog at the moment. Okay. Just keep your hand there, and just please let them know that it's okay, that you can still communicate. They don't need to be on the physical realm. They can actually ascend, and they will be out of pain. Just let them know that you love them. Now pop your hand in your lap. Okay, that was beautiful. Thank you very much for permitting me to help you with that one. So you'll be a little bit teary, and that's okay, all right? But that was really, really special. What a special day, like the rising of, for the Greek Orthodox, or the Orthodox, Easter Sunday, like the birthing, and so that's a new life. That's just, oh, Just amazing. Okay. Now, Sue says, Mary, the event date you put out yesterday for the 26th, can you please confirm the time it's for? It's 7:30 p.m. Okay, I did a little bit of an analysis. It's to make sure that it's the right time that would suit as many people as possible. And so 7:30 seems to be a good time. It means we can get home, sit and chill, do a little bit of relaxation, have dinner, and then we can get into it, and then you can still chill afterwards as well. And yeah, so I'm a bit excited about that. That was right, as I said, there's some events that are coming up and just some things that are a little bit different, and we'll be doing some workshops and some day workshops as well. So, and I'll let you know when they will come up, because even yourself and maybe mum might want to pop down from Whyalla, and I've got a blow up bed. You can always come and stay with me, so it's not too expensive. Okay. Now, I'm losing some of the comments, so I do apologise. Let me just see if I can get any more. No, Vanessa, one of the things that Spirit's actually said to me as well is, and this is a good lesson for everybody, right? So people will get a protection bracelet, and the protection bracelet it's like there's a couple of ways you can do it. Okay, so with your left hand is always the in, your right hand is always your out. So what's really important as well is just making sure that with your protection bracelets, if you choose to have that, it's always on your left hand side. Okay, and you can always do, like, so that the energy is cycling through, you can actually do another one on the right hand side, but this is your protection. All right, because you take on absolutely everything, like, and you know, anyone's mood swing, and all of a sudden it's your mood swing. You you know that someone's struggling at work, and you go and, like, let me help you. We can actually get this sorted together. And then, even to the extent that sometimes they actually go, oh, well, you can do it then. And it's like, well, that's not what the intention is. Like, that's not teamwork, but there you go. So if you're going to get bracelets, make sure you do have one that is on the left hand for you as well. I think I do have a couple of bracelets here, or there's a couple of tricks as well that you can use to make sure that they're actually the right ones suitable for you. What I do recommend is maybe getting one that suits your whole personality, because your personality is really strong and vibrant, but that does reflect your chakras as well, because they can tend to get blocked a little bit also. Okay, so that's just a little tip. When we're shaking our hands, we're giving out, but our left hand always gives in, and so we must be very, very mindful of what we are taking on, and whether it's ours or if it's somebody else's. Now, Judy, thank you. It was a pleasure, and pleasure, Sue. Now, Julie, I've lost your message. Could you just do a thumbs up for me? And then what I can do is I will reconnect with you. There's a couple of things that are coming in, and everyone's actually wanting to chat with you, but I can't actually do a full-blown reading at the moment. Okay, there you are. All right, you've got a lot of people that want to talk to you. Oh my goodness, like, don't they realize it's a 3-minute reading? Okay. All right, guys, settle down. There's so many stories that need to be told. Have you been asking a lot of questions about your history and ancestry, etc.? And you're not getting exactly the answers that you really want, or you thought that you may have wanted to hear, or people are just not wanting to share the information to you, or they've got short-term memory as well, and they're misunderstanding that you're not being nosy, you just really want to know about the history. Seems like that there was actually a couple in your ancestry that were quite famous as well, and they have been watching your every move. You're quite vivacious person, and there's a lot there that you've got a lot going for you, and you're not quite seeing your whole dynamics at the moment. So have you ever thought about like doing, even the local play groups, or getting involved in some of the society? The acting society is just amazing, and I really think that it would be amazing for you to be involved in that sort of community. Um, yeah. I've got a little micro picture of your face, Julie. I can't really see it properly. Last time I tried to look at Judy, I almost lost everything, so I'm a bit frightened to do that again. Um, what? You're a storyteller. And you can actually sit down and really focus on some of the things. There's three that are actually with me at the moment. You actually had five that tried to scrabble in to say hello, but they're realizing that that's a little bit, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for me. It's not going to work for my mind, because what happens is that when everybody's going blah 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 blah, they actually then turn around and um, I will say two words from this one, two words from that one word from that one. This one will say pipe in, and all of a sudden I've got no idea what I'm saying, and you have no idea what I'm saying either. So a couple of them are step back, and the other ones have been quite respectful and understanding. So that's really, really good. Okay, so um, look at where you're at the moment. Like, we've been talking about the possibility of doing the acting, or being part of a form of a performance. You might even want to be out the back. You want to be able to might want to write down. You've got lots of stories that you can tell, and you can write them in a form of a book or a journal. And I think you'll be really pleased with yourself if you do something like that, because down the track, when you actually start reflecting as we get older, you're going to really utilize the information that's actually coming and channeling through for you as well. So that was a really interesting reading. Haven't had one of those before. A bit like Puppy Dog. That was so beautiful. I'm still teary about that one. Oh, you're in Adelaide. Awesome. Whereabouts are you, Vanessa? I'm at Flagstaff Hill. Now, with the My Time TV crew, I know that there's still a few people that are on. I am so sorry. I have actually totally lost every comment. I've got no idea what's going on with that one. So do accept my apologies. My page, Mary Kathleen Waters, is still accepting comments. I'm not getting all of them coming up at once, but I am. Please message me. There is going to be a session on Tuesday night, the 26th of May as well, where it's going to be a paid event, and I'm going to do a group session and see what spirit comes out with as well. As you can see, it tends to be a little bit interesting, and it's going to be a wonderful, fun night. I think we always get to have lots and lots of fun. And it can be really emotional sometimes as well. We had a really special time with Sue one day, and I'm sure Sue can vouch for that one, and it was just an amazing event. Okay, So I'm going to stop it from here. Vanessa and Judy, what I'll do is I'll message you via Messenger, and then we can connect that way. And everybody else, thank you so much. It's just an amazing experience to know that I've actually got people that are sitting here still watching me and making sure that I'm okay, that I'm safe, and that support. This is what this community is all about. It's about you and me, okay? And we are all one, we are family. So keep well, keep safe, all right? And bye for now.